basketball here on 2K Sports. Game 2, we're bringing it to you live. Tonight, we'll see. And now the Atlanta Hawks starters. Chris Boucher out there with Onyeka Okongwu. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Dyson Daniels. And it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. And for the Raptors, Barnes is the 4 with Pirtle in the middle. Emmanuel Quickley is out there with Malik Beasley. And it's Ingram in at small forward. You take a look at Toronto, you feel like they'll get stronger as the series goes on.
Yeah, I mean, this is a team that makes all the necessary adjustments. They do a great job of learning from mistakes and patching up holes.
Pass to Alexander Walker. 3-pointer. Rebound Toronto. Outside Ingram. Barnes passes to Ingram. Here's Pirtle. Goes up with it again. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Well, you love assisted hoops. That's good offense.
And we're about a minute into the first. Here's Daniels. Shot clock at 6. Sinks that one from the post.
Yes, slick play call by Daniels. Pick and rolls give him room to operate, and he does not waste it at all.
Pass to Ingram. To the middle. Here's Pirtle. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Boucher against Quickley. Lets it fly. Boucher, no good. For Toronto, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Pass to Ingram. And here's Pirtle. Now here's Quickley from outside the arc. Gets the 3 ball to go. Quickley's got 5 points.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
Now Johnson takes the 3. Quickley with a rebound. Now here's Beasley, covered by Alexander Walker. Beasley, that's good.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Boucher a screen on Beasley. On the wing, Alexander Walker. And here's Daniels. That one goes in. Daniels has gotten his 2nd bucket.
Inside, Daniels really uses his agility, getting nimble to find himself a shot.
Ingram with the ball. Driving to the basket. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Johnson. Oh, a big slam.
Oh, my gosh. The athleticism. Well, you can't teach the athleticism displayed there by Johnson.
Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. Ingram on the wing, covered by Alexander Walker. Now here's Ingram. He's covered closely, and he drops it in from the low post.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. He's checked in for Beasley. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Landale's checked in for Okongwu. Kuminga comes in for Boucher. Risache, he's checked in for Johnson. And Corey Kispert subbed in for Daniels. The 3 from Risache. Rebound Toronto. Now Barnes. No made baskets yet. And that one's good. Quickly.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Now here's Alexander Walker. Started by Quickley. Drops in the 3.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
The three from Barnes, and the dunk by Pirtle.
Yeah, when you look at Barnes' assist numbers, they show you can run your offense through him, not your average wing.
Hawks trail by 9. Now here's Alexander Walker. Pass to Kispert. 6 to shoot. Out left to the wing. Here's Landale. The three-pointer off the mark.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother.
Pirtle in the post. Landale's there. Nice D from Landale.
Oh, you gotta finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
There's the three. Rebound Toronto. Here's Walter. He's scoreless. And here's Quickly. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Inside. Here's Pirtle. It's hauled in by Landale. Hawks trail by 9. Here's Kuminga. Oh, it's blocked by Barnes.
Yeah, erasing the shot. Barnes saw it coming and gets there to knock it away.
Fires the three. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Hits the trifecta. Kispert's got his second bucket on the night.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Outside Barnes. 29 seconds left in the opening quarter. And he lays it up and in.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching. A perfect game plan.
Pass to Landale. Here's Rizachet. The three is up. They get it back. Kispert. There's a screen by Kuminga. And here's Kispert from the arc. And so it's Toronto. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Defense is setting the tone. More 2K action in just a moment. And let's get you back to the action as Game 2 is getting underway. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Toronto.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
Walter out there with Emmanuel Quickly. Then there's Dick, and it's Mamukelashvili in at center. That's the group for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. Pass to Murray Boyles. And it's Quickly with a miss. And it's Daniels with the ball for the Hawks. Trailing by 8. Boucher on the screen. Heels from outside. It's hauled in by Mamukelashvili. Toronto has gone 3 of 3 from outside here in this one. And out of bounds. The Hawks will have it. And the Raptors making a change here. Beasley's checked in. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Okongwu, a screen on Beasley. Hield with the ball. Beasley covers. Johnson for 3. Rebound Toronto. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Pass to Mamukelashvili. Beasley outside. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by Johnson. Hawks trail by 8. Picked up by Okongwu. Johnson with a bucket. Johnson's got his second basket of the game.
Well, Johnson is such a strong guy. He has no problem finishing against physical D.
The three from Quickly. And it's Boucher with the rebound.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this one.
Pass to Daniels. And here's a Kungwu. Now Johnson deflects the pass. And foul called on Dyson Daniels. That's his first foul. And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Toronto. Atlanta also making some changes. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Boucher. And Kispert is subbed in for Hield. Here's Quickly. He got a piece of it.
Yeah, that was great job on defense from Daniels. He knows how to distract shooters.
And that's a foul called on Onyeka Kongwu. That's his first foul.
And that's 2 awful trips in a row resulting in turnovers.
Toronto leading by 6. Quickly passes to Dick. It's Barnes on the wing. Back to Dick. Toronto passing it around. And they're pushing it up. Here's Daniels. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Here's Alexander Walker. He buries it from 3.
They closed the gap over the last few possessions. But can they push through and grab the lead?
Well, with all the momentum they've built up, I don't see this run stopping anytime soon.
And that one's good. Quickly.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Pass to Kongwu. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Johnson on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Free throw line jumper. Back to Kispert for 3. Barnes against Johnson. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Some changes for Toronto. Ingram's checked in for Dick. Shed comes in for Quickly. Raptors lead by 5. Ball stolen. Here's Alexander Walker. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a balance.
Daniels outside. Okongwu pass to Alexander Walker. The shot is good, and this game is back to even. Alexander Walker's got 8.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Ingram with the ball. Now guarded by Daniels. Back to Ingram. To the inside. Here's Mamukelashvili. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
No debate there. He got hammered.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Well, those early blocks are key. They are intimidating their opponents and making them hesitant.
And something else I've noticed is how they've been able to cause turnovers and take advantage of them on the offensive end, not wasting those extra chances at all.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Hield's checked in for Kispert. And it's Atlanta's ball. They're on a 13-3 run. McCollum, the pass to Hield. Back to McCollum. Landale with a screen. Just 5 to shoot. Atlanta needs to get off a shot. Hield from outside. It's good on the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
The Raptors have gone 1 for 6 in the second quarter. Not great. Barnes with it. Kuminga defends. Here's Ingram. That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Barnes has got his 4th assist with that last one.
Well, there's that smooth jumper of Ingram. So outstanding at just creating space and rising up over the top.
Landale with a screen. From deep. Kept alive. Great positioning on the putback. And the Hawks lead by 1.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Jakob Poeltl, he's checked in for Toronto. Quickly comes in for Shed. Toronto's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Quickly outside. Pass to Barnes. Beasley for 3. Kicks it to Quickly. They set the pick. This one for 3. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
That's his 3rd triple of the night, forcing the defense to extend out.
Landale with a screen. McCollum against Quickly. McCollum taking his time here. Unloads. Here's Kuminga. McCollum outside. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Beyond the arc. Rebound Toronto. Barnes has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Beasley. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Raptors out in front, up by 2. And we'll be back with you shortly.
And as we welcome you to halftime, without question, Game 2 has been a battle.
The bench has stepped up to where I could see a couple of those guys closing out this game.
Yeah, we'll see how the second half goes, but
Taking a look at how the series is going for the Raptors. That's it for us.
And thanks for sticking with us as this round 1 game continues. Emmanuel Quickly with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Well, tonight is a big game, and you have to be impressed with the way he's come out firing.
Well, the lights are bright in this matchup, and he's had no problem lining up to the moment.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. The Hawks trailing. And the Hawks looking at who they've got. Onyeka Okongwu is out there with Chris Boucher. Then there's Dyson Daniels. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Johnson in at the 3, the small forward. Back to Alexander-Walker. With the tip. Boy, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Quickly outside. Toronto passing it around. Shoots over Johnson. And that one's good. Quickly's got 15 points.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. Alexander-Walker, the pass to Okongwu. Clock at 6. Okongwu a screen on Quickly. And it's Alexander-Walker penetrating the layup off target.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It goes on Chris Boucher.
I like watching Barnes challenge defenses like this, earning these calls in the process. It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Outside, Alexander Walker parries it from 3. 11 points in the game.
Even though he's young, Daniels tends to make the right decisions with the ball in his hands.
Beasley with it. Now Alexander Walker defending. Beasley pass to Pirtle. Rebounded by Daniels. Daniels has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Alexander Walker, and Atlanta hits again from deep.
He's hit a pair of 3s each half, making a significant impact.
Pass to Pirtle. And here's Beasley, covered by Alexander Walker. Tries a 10-footer. Here's Pirtle, and the layup is good off the glass. Pirtle's got 8.
He got in excellent position, then takes it right back up.
Boucher a screen on Beasley. On the wing, Alexander Walker to the paint. It's tipped. Quickly with the ball. Now Okongwu defending. Down low. Here's Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Oh, that's how to throw it down. Barnes with an exclamation point.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Daniels passes to Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Well, look, Johnson reads how the defense is playing it, gets a little space coming off the pick. Nice play.
Back to Quickly. Out to Beasley. Ingram against Johnson. Alexander Walker goes up and lays it in nice and easy. 16 points for him.
Scoring well this quarter, picking up steam as he goes.
Quickly passes to Beasley. Beasley with a screen on Boucher. Outside Ingram. 4 on the clock. And he gets that one.
Well, Ingram's very efficient when he gets the ball that close to the basket.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Walter, he's checked in for Beasley. And a new group getting ready for the Hawks. Landale's checked in for Okongwu. Kuminga comes in for Boucher. Kispert's checked in for Johnson. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Daniels. McCollum against Quickly. On the wing, Alexander Walker. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Sometimes the action speeds up on you a little too much. 2 teammates not on the same wavelength there.
And the call will be on Corey Kispert. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Ingram. Soft touch off the glass. Ingram's gotten 4 this quarter.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Alexander Walker with it. He's got 16. McCollum outside. 4-3. Pirtle grabs a miss. The Raptors have gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. Pass to Barnes. Back to Pirtle. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. Barnes has got 5 assists in the game.
And this is the kind of vision that sets Barnes apart. Just a fantastic facilitator for his position.
Quickly against McCollum. Outside, Alexander Walker. 5 to shoot. Oh, the bucket's good, and he'll have a chance at one more. It's going to be on Brandon Ingram.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
And here's Quickly. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. Pass to Mamukelashvili. We've got 1:23 left in the third quarter. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Well, good to see Ingram going at the rim and working his way to the free throw line.
Both free throws good from Ingram. A minute 20 left in the third quarter. Kispert, the pass to Landale. Pass to McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. The three. He drops it from range. Landale's gotten his second bucket on the night.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Atlanta's gone 3 of 5 from downtown here in the second half. McCollum outside. Landale pass to Kispert. For the lead. Connects from downtown. Kispert's got 9 points.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Ingram with the ball. He's picked up by Kispert. 5 on the clock.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Toronto shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game. The first free throw is good. Both free throws good from Ingram. McCollum outside. And here's Kispert from the arc. Misses the three. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist for the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
Great to have you with us again as we return to our coverage of round 1. Scotty Barnes is out there with Grady Dick. Then it's Malik Beasley, and it's Shed in at point guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. And it's a completely new group for the Hawks. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, Quinn Snyder had some words for his team over the break, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
Allie, thank you. Pass to Beasley. Jacks up a three, and the Raptors another three.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Now Daniels. Field for three. Barnes with the rebound. Barnes has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And out of bounds. Atlanta will have it. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Hawks trail by 5. Daniels outside. And the call is going to be, yes, on an illegal screen.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Toronto's gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Back to Beasley. Here's Shed. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes. And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Kispert's checked in for Atlanta. Alexander Walker comes in for Hield.
Atlanta substitution.
We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Now here's Alexander Walker. Picked up by Okongwu. Shot clock at 6. Goes up from the top of the key. Another shot. Kispert outside. And stolen by Dick. Barnes with it. And Johnson picks him up defensively. Barnes finds Beasley. And there's a pick to the paint. It's picked off. And here comes the break. Outside, Alexander Walker. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. With the drive. It falls again. He's now 8 for 12 from the floor.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Pass to Pirtle. Ingram against Daniels. And the basket is good. He got it to go, and he took the bump. So a free throw coming up. An opportunity at a three-point play. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Well, I love how they're attacking the rim. That will usually force defenses to collapse and open up a lot of outside shots.
And they've been letting it rain from the mid-range. A throwback approach that's really working well for them in this one.
Johnson a screen on quickly. Clock at 4. There's the triple. Shot by Johnson, no good. Raptors lead by 6. Pass to Ingram. That one's good. 7 for 10 now.
And after a lackluster first half, he's playing with a lot more energy now. Sometimes it takes that break to reset.
Daniels passes to Alexander Walker. Outside Johnson. And here's Kispert from the arc. Knocks down the triple.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
Beasley outside. Pirtle against Okongwu. Quickly outside for 3. Money from 3.
He's been so aggressive on offense. And with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Okongwu outside. Let's loose for 3. Beasley pulls it down. Raptors lead by 8. Now Ingram. There's the double with Okongwu. Oh, touches it off the glass.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Up again. Here's Daniels. Johnson a screen on Beasley. Daniels with it. He's picked up by Pirtle. Johnson. Ooh, the 3 doesn't go. Toronto has gone 7 of 11 from outside the arc. Nice percentage from distance so far. Quickly outside from downtown. The 3 is in.
And he's not taking it easy on them at all. I mean, we all know he's going to keep pouring it on.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Toronto making a switch here. Barnes is checked in. A big group substitution here for Atlanta. Landale's checked in for Okongwu. Kuminga comes in for Johnson. Risache, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And it's McCollum in for Daniels.
And beasting on the glass. Kuminga creating second chance opportunities.
Raptors lead by 11. Quickly outside. Here's Pirtle. Barnes outside. Pirtle with a screen on Kuminga. Oh, he can't hit it. Hawks trail by 11. Fires the 3. And he gets it back.
You can add another offensive rebound to the tally. Just one of the areas where they're taking him to the task.
23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Beasley. Hangs in the air. Barnes outside. Picked by Pirtle. Goes again. And yes, sir. In stride on the lay-in from a sweet assist.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
The assist. CJ.
And Zachary Risache with a foul. That's his first foul.
Lose up 2. First personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
For Toronto as they get the win. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that about wraps it up for this.
Like my necklace started relaxing now. That's full of chain reaction. See, money ain't a thing. We still